Hey, all, Kurt Sasser here from TGT Webcomics. We're here at Kids Read Comics with Shawn. How you doing today, Shawn?
Great. How's it going?
I'm doing great. We're here at Kids Read Comics because, kids love to read comics, and it's great to see that, your fun art style here is just really going to, bring the kids in, as we just saw a whole bunch before we got the interview there.
Right.
How did you get involved in art there?
Since college, I've been doing comics, and that led to various art jobs. Currently, I'm working full-time as a toy designer, and I still, I enjoy my toy design job a lot, but I still have this love for comics, that I kind of developed during college. So this is a great way for me to just keep in it.
Oops. And see, we're just knocking over the art because it's just that good. But you've been doing this for a while, I take it, and you were mentioning to me before we got to record that you do this just to break things up of your everyday life.
Yeah. It definitely just keeps my mind going. It's just a great way for me to, and there's so many different things you can do when you're an artist. I mean, there's so many different hobbies that you want to have and that you want to try out, and this is just a great avenue. I mean, like, I'm just getting into doing paper toys now. It's like a new thing for me, and so I'm just having fun with it.
And we also saw a prototype of what looks like a really cool soft comic, soft book of sorts.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just recently got, this is a freelance job where I was hired to write and illustrate these monster books. They're plush, and each one is, it's a poem, and it kind of like teaches a little moral lesson. They just came out. Unfortunately, I'm not selling them at this show. They'll probably be available around October.
Well, these we just saw, it looked like a little 3-year-old was looking at them there, and she really looked like she really enjoyed it and was flipping through it, and I think these are going to be a real great thing for you.
Oh yeah, I love the kids' reactions to this stuff. It's great.
And what about the kids' reactions to your actual artwork and your art style?
It seems pretty positive. I do have a lot of, being with my background, especially working in toys. I mean, I have a pretty kid-friendly style. I think that I just sort of naturally evolved over time, and I like it because like, parents respond well to it, and kids like it, and so if they're happy, I'm happy.
And how did you get involved with Kids Read Comics, though, this convention?
I met Dan Merritt from Green Brain at, I think it was last year's Free Comic Book Day. And we just got talking, and he also knows a couple other friends of mine, so like, hey, why don't you check it out? And I kind of snuck in the back door last year's Kids Read Comics, and I was like, this is great. I really enjoy this. This is a great show because it really, I've done other Comic-Cons, things like that, and this one, you really feel appreciated as an artist, I think, maybe more so than, not to rip on any other cons, but this one especially is really nice experience.
And for those that want to get into this, kids that want to get into the industry of creating their art or creating books or whatever, what advice do you have for them?
Just to become like specifically like in the comic book artist or whatever?
Whatever type of artist. What passion, that you show in your work here that you can relay to these kids?
Oh yeah, it's just if kids that love to draw, just don't stop drawing, and get lots of feedback. Show your stuff to everybody. Feedback is the most important thing to make sort of know your audience. And you just kind of stay true to what you're doing. Once you find your audience, then and you get feedback from them, and you just continue to kind of tweak your skills and just go from there, and just stay at it. It is challenging in a lot of ways, especially artists typically aren't super business minded, just speaking for myself, so marketing yourself is difficult, but that's what's great about conventions like this, because it sort of does a lot of the work for you.
And what's your website for those that want to actually go to it?
I'm actually at nonredundant.com. It's non-redundant.com. So that's where you can find me.
Well, there you go. And, I just want to really appreciate you taking the time to do this interview, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.